I just start off, there's some things really that's bigger than basketball, and I know I've said it before, but missing Joy Lee McNillis tonight, she couldn't make the trip. I just think it's a crazy, unfortunate thing that I hope she's doing okay with, and it's bigger than Ashanti Barnes scoring 20 and having 15. Really, it's like, okay. And you got to remind yourself sometimes, because certainly coaching that game, I'm full of frustration, right? But, like, come on, man, this doesn't matter compared to what she's going through. So all the best to her. In the game, it's I talk about it all the time, in that there's going to be a game where you don't shoot it how you want to shoot it. You better defend and rebound, and we did that very well. Wasn't a fun game to watch, in my opinion. People come to watch basketball for people making baskets. But I thought we had really good performances. Ashanti, Peyton obviously grinded it out. And I thought we had a couple other people that just chipped in really well. Anna Goodman was great. I thought Jamia Hazel was great and quiet, but really, if you want to know my trust level with her, we're called timeout out of 5 minutes to go in the fourth. I'm drawing up a play for her because I just know she's been in that moment before. So, Bree's 26 minutes where it's all, high-level defense, no real offensive stat line, but she's working the whole time. So I'm proud we were able to get it done, and that's, the goal, trying to win. Kick me off, Shane.
You talk about being a little bit frustrated and
yeah,
not enjoying watching this one, but to the point of, like, you haven't really had one this year where maybe you should have, you should be beating this team. You let them kind of hang around and get some confidence as the game goes on, and then you see how you handle that. Like, did you appreciate the way you handled that? And, like, is that a good thing to kind of see from your team at some point this season?
Yeah, I will say good thing. I'm spinning it no matter what to good, right? So we're at the point where, right, and the locker room feels the same way. Like, we're at the point where we're winning a conference game by 15 points, and we're not in there celebrating, right? And, like, that's a good thing. That's the standard of how we want to play, right? But yeah, to your point too, I thought it was a good challenge for us at halftime, right? That they played inspired. I mean, the last time we played them, I watched that game. It's crazy. It's in the tournament. We're up like 40-8. It was like nuts. So yeah, I think they dug in. Grayson was great. I thought their kids chipped in, and it allowed us to have a challenge out of the locker room. Allowed us to have a challenge in the fourth. It was one of those things in the huddle and the timeout going into the fourth. I said, "You guys understand we're winning? Like, it doesn't feel like we're winning. We're winning right now. So what you have to do is let's win this quarter by 1 point. I hope you win by more than 1 point, and we did. But, like, calm down. I thought we got a little bit tight in that third just because we couldn't separate how we want to, and part of that was just ball wasn't going down how we wanted to. But I thought we were a little disconnected offensively. Reason for that, I don't know, but I think it's a definitely a good challenge, and the fact that we were able to do that on the glass and do that on the defensive end is a good challenge kind of overcome.
You mentioned Bria in the 26 minutes she played today. Can you not only talk about what she brought to the court today, but just what she brings to the court every day?
I mean, it's relentless effort, right? And it's sometimes I try my best to not make it thankless effort, because it's so valuable, and that's why I'm glad to play her down the stretch of the game, because it proves the value of what she's doing. And I mean, it's every day, it's consistent every day. And we were talking before the game. It's like I think Bree Robinson can guard anybody in the country, like Pickett. But that effort without the offensive reward that a lot of players, I'm sure she wants that, right? But without that reward, it's tough, right? And it's hard to do. But she's consistent. She is a joy to coach every day. That's a fact.
You mentioned kind of being a little bit out of sync offensively. Was it kind of what they were doing, or did you like the looks you were getting on the offensive end, or was it just kind of one of those nights where it just struggled to put the ball in the hoop?
I just thought it was weird looks. I thought we made weird choices. So I don't want to say it wasn't. I'm sure it has something to do with them, but I just thought, like, a couple examples come to mind. Susha catches the ball at the top of the key, and Grayson's right in front of her. And to me, it's like an open lane, and she shoots a jump shot. Like, drive her. She can't guard you off the dribble. Drive her to the basket. You could go late where we had a broken play. We're up a little bit. It was like, make good decisions, and Ashanti shoots a 15, 16 baseline jumper. It's like, no, it's not. That wasn't the choice I'm looking for. So I thought we had a lot of moments like that, but at the same time, I thought we took good shots and didn't make them sometimes too. And I don't, I've been searching because it was a different week. If I had known we were playing on Friday, and same as Southern Miss, not an excuse, I wouldn't have done anything on Monday. We did a little something on Monday to like get them moving, and then Tuesday, like after practice, we found out this was going to be moved. So it was like, all right, what do you do Wednesday? It was just rhythm-wise, it's not the same rhythm that we were used to. So I wonder if it was that, some too. I think you're getting into an 18 to 22-year-old mind, and do we think we're entitled to this win? And we didn't share the ball and really earn the offensive juice, I guess, as you'd call it, right? If you're moving the ball and sharing the ball and working for that best shot, like we have been, I think you get the best shots. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm trying to say. I just thought it was disconnected. And I think it's a quick fix. I think we'll just show them, and they're mature enough to know. And we're going to have to share the ball against Coastal, that's for sure. I mean, they're not going to let me run 55 plays. So,
having said that, just with kind of the week kind of a little discombobulated there, and then having to kind of find different ways to win tonight, like how important do you think that a game like this is, kind of almost like following up on Shane's question, if you will, but just what can this do for you all as we move into the month of February here coming up?
Well, I think it continues to have the buy-in that we got to defend, right, and rebound. And I think if we can defend and rebound constantly, and that's our baseline. And I think this will help that buy-in because it proved that it worked, right? And I say it all the time. It's constantly the headliner, and I think we're realizing how valuable it is. So I do think, to both of your points, yeah, it can be a good thing. And if you want to win, man, if you want to win a championship, it has to be. I mean, every team that I've been very successful with has had a defensive backbone, and this team has it. The fact that you can go in and hold them to 7 in the fourth shows you can do it when you want to do it. And I wish we did it longer, but think about it. I mean, 47 points is enough to win a lot. So I am proud of that effort, and the glass too. Glass was good.
I know you don't like to prepare for the next game until you're done with this one, but since you just played Coastal last week, what are you expecting to see, and what do you want to see from your team?
Yeah, I expect to see them. I thought Coastal didn't play their best, and I think you're going to have to expect a much better game from them. I thought they came out, and I don't want to say jittery or something along those lines. I thought they got good shots, and they didn't knock them down from what I remember from last week. But I expect them to be better at what they do. Now, they did drop a game this week at Georgia State, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, a lot of stuff running through the head, Kurt. But yeah, it's I think our team respects them, and I think we'll be ready to go. I think the hard part is you looking at Southern Miss, right? They had lost, they were 2-5. They're in whatever place. I think Coastal has made a mark in our brain, and I wonder if part of our disconnect today was waiting for that. I don't want to put that on our team, but I think we'll be ready for Coastal. I think we have a lot of respect for them. I think we understand how hard it is to guard their stuff, how dangerous they are. And, I got a lot of respect for what they're doing.
They shot only 8.3% on three-pointers that last game. I haven't watched that game, Sean. So were they just missing shots, or did you provide some defense that created that mishap?
Well, we tried, right? And I'm sure we'll be looking at it here in about 10 minutes. But I thought we were urgent with our closeouts at the minimum. Now, they can still make it, right? But even second quarter, I remember saying, like, not a little bit more. Like, you got to have a little bit more of a high hand. And so I was overall pleased with it, but I don't know. You never really know how much of it is what you did versus what they did and how they felt. So I think we did a good job. I remember thinking it was a good job, but they're gonna come out with a much better performance. They're coming off 2 losses too. They're gonna have their fist balled up.
Being year 3 in the Sun Belt, we're starting to get many of us a sense of what teams, what they do, and what their program's about. And Pedersen's in his 4th year. He's got all of his players there now. What have you seen from that program in your short time here in the Sun Belt from him, a Virginia native, coaching there in Conway?
Yeah, I got a lot of respect for what he does, how he wants to play, and I still think he's one step away from exactly how he wants to play. But this is it's like the Coastal Chaos. I think they've termed it that, right? And it is. It's like they're forcing you to make decisions under pressure the whole game. And I think that's why he's got almost, I think, 500 wins or close to 500 wins from Lander. So, yeah, the guy knows what he's doing, and he's got – his personnel has from last year to this year is much better. And so Kristen Williams is playing great. Savannah Brooks, like it's I've been watching them. Really what caught my attention, they played NC State really tough. And it was like, whoa, wait a second here. Like, does he have all the pieces where he wants? And I think he does. I think they're a little surprised the skid they just went on. So there's no relaxing for this guy right here, okay? But I do think he's building what he wants, how he wants it, and I think he's still probably a step away if you asked him, and you can ask him on Sunday, but I would bet you he's still like one more step away from what he wants. But he's got really good kids, and they know what they're trying to do.